Imagine a soft morning light filtering through shoji screens in a quiet Japanese home. A young mother sits on the tatami mat, her newborn nestled against her chest in a simple sling. The baby's tiny fingers curl around her blouse, breathing slow and even. There's no frantic rocking, no desperate shushing. Just presence, just closeness. The baby stirs ever so slightly, and before a single whimper escapes, the mother gently adjusts her hold, whispering a soothing word that only they share. Peace fills the room like warm tea. Hello, my dear friend. I'm so glad you're here with me today. If you're watching this, I know your heart is full of love for your little one, and maybe a quiet worry too. You want to raise calm kids, the kind who feel safe in their world without ever needing to yell or punish to be heard. You want gentle parenting the Japanese way, that beautiful blend of deep connection and quiet wisdom that creates children who are not only calm but truly smart, emotionally strong, and secure. And today, sweet friend, we're going to talk about something that can change everything for you and your baby, starting tonight. Stay with me, because by the end of our time together, you'll understand two simple Japanese words that explain why Japanese babies cry less, sleep better, and learn to self-regulate so beautifully in those precious first 90 days. You'll know exactly how to bring that same calm into your own home, even if your days feel busy and modern. I'll share real stories from Japanese mothers, just like you and me, the science behind it all, and gentle ways you can start using these ideas right away. No pressure, no perfection, just warm, practical steps that honor your baby and your life. Let's begin with a truth that touched my heart when I first learned it. Researchers at the University of Warwick looked at nearly 8,700 babies from countries all around the world. They tracked how much those little ones cried in their first weeks and months. British babies cried the most. Canadian babies were right behind them. Italian, Dutch, and American babies ranked high too. But at the bottom of the list, the calmest, the ones with the least fussing and the lowest rates of colic, were the Japanese babies. Only about 2% of Japanese infants experienced colic in those early weeks. In Canada, that number was over 34%. Same tiny humans, same basic needs, yet such different experiences. Why? It's not genetics, it's not some special diet. It's something far more beautiful and powerful. The way Japanese mothers approach those first 90 days with two gentle philosophies that have been passed down for generations. The first word is Amae. The second is Mimamoru. Let me explain them to you the way a dear friend would, over a cup of tea. Amae, pronounced Amae, was first described by the Japanese psychiatrist Takeo Doi. It doesn't translate perfectly into English, which is why it feels so special. The closest we can come is this: a deep, trusting expectation of being understood and cared for without having to ask or cry out. It's the feeling your baby has when they know in their bones that you are there. Not just responding when they scream, but anticipating before they ever need to raise their voice. Picture this with me. A Japanese mother in her first weeks with her baby carries her little one constantly, in a soft sling against her warm body, skin to skin. She co-sleeps safely nearby, breathing in rhythm with her child. She spends only about 2 hours a week away from her baby in that first year. American mothers, on average, spend closer to 24 hours away. That closeness isn't about being perfect. It's about creating a world where the gap between need and comfort is so tiny, so consistent that the baby's nervous system never learns to escalate into big cries. Calm becomes their default setting. You see, my friend, in many Western ways of parenting, we wait for the cry, then respond. That teaches babies they have a voice, which is wonderful for self-expression. But it also means every need must first become distress. Japanese mothers, guided by Amae, prevent that distress. They watch, they feel, they know. And because of that, their babies simply don't need to cry as much to be heard. Now, the second word, Mimamoru. It means watch and protect. It's the quiet art of observing your baby so closely, so lovingly, that you begin to read their tiny signals before they ever become tears. You notice the slight furrow in their brow that comes 3 minutes before hunger. The little change in breathing that whispers, "I'm getting overstimulated." The soft stillness right before an emotional wave. Most of us weren't taught to look for these signals. Our culture moves fast. But Mimamoru says your baby is always communicating, even without words. Your gentle job is to become fluent in their silent language. When you do, something profound happens inside your baby's developing brain. They learn, at the deepest level, the world is safe, the world is predictable. I am loved exactly as I am. That's the foundation of secure attachment. And secure attachment, my dear one, is the neurological bedrock for self-regulation, the ability to manage feelings, wait patiently, stay calm under stress, skills that bloom later in school, in friendships, in life, all built in those first 90 days by a mother who simply watched with love. Let me share a little story that always warms my heart. I once heard from a Japanese grandmother about her daughter's first baby. In the early weeks, the new mother would sit quietly each morning for just a minute or two, holding her baby skin to skin, doing nothing but observing. She called it her quiet seeing time. One day, the baby made the tiniest shoulder twitch, something most of us would miss. The mother knew instantly it meant tiredness was coming. She didn't wait for fussing. She simply walked slowly around the room, baby against her heart, humming a soft lullaby. The baby drifted off peacefully in under 5 minutes. No tears, no struggle, just calm connection. That's Mimamoru in action. And that baby grew into a toddler who could settle herself during playtime, who shared toys gently with cousins, who felt safe enough to explore the world because she knew her mother was always watching with protective love. The science behind all of this is so reassuring, isn't it? Studies from places like the University of Warwick confirm what Japanese mothers have known intuitively for centuries. Cultural practices of closeness and observation really do reduce crying. And then there's the beautiful work from the Riken Center for Brain Science in Japan. Researchers there attached heart rate monitors to crying babies and tried different soothing methods. Holding while sitting, rocking in a chair, pushing in a stroller, but the one that worked every single time? A mother simply picking up her baby and walking smoothly for 5 minutes. Heart rates dropped, muscles relaxed, stress hormones began to fall. The baby's nervous systems recognized, I am being carried, I am safe. Then, after those 5 minutes of walking, the mothers sat quietly holding their babies for another 8 minutes or so, and the little ones often slipped into deep sleep. No gadgets, no expensive tools. Just your body, your movement, your love. This is why Japanese parenting helps raise calm and smart children without punishment, without yelling. It's gentle parenting the Japanese way, rooted in Amae and Mimamoru, and beautifully supported by Shitsuke, the quiet discipline of modeling calm routines and self-control, and skinship, that constant physical closeness that wires the brain for emotional intelligence. Harvard studies on attachment remind us that secure bonds in infancy lead to higher emotional regulation and even better cognitive outcomes later. Stanford research on early brain development shows that reducing chronic stress in those first months protects the developing hippocampus, the part of the brain that helps with learning and memory. The University of Notre Dame's work on co-sleeping and proximity highlights how it supports biological regulation and deeper trust. And Riken's findings give us that practical 5-minute walk you can use tonight. You might be thinking, this sounds beautiful, but my life is busy. I have work, other children, real responsibilities. I hear you, my friend. Japanese parenting isn't about doing everything perfectly or living exactly like families in Tokyo. It's about taking the heart of these ideas and weaving them gently into your own days. Let's talk about 5 practical daily habits that are so simple you can begin them this evening. Each one comes with a little story, a reflection, and the long-term gift it gives your child. First habit, the pre-cry scan. Every morning when you first pick up your baby, spend just 60 seconds doing nothing but looking. Feel their breathing, notice the color in their cheeks, learn their baseline. The more fluent you become in their quiet language, the less they ever need to shout. Imagine your toddler later. Because of these early moments of being truly seen, they grow into a child who can name their feelings instead of melting down. Educational takeaway? You're teaching emotional intelligence from day one. Studies show children with secure early observation develop stronger self-awareness and empathy. Second habit, the 5-minute walk. The next time your baby feels inconsolable, put everything down. Pick them up against your chest and walk slowly, smoothly, forward movement for 5 full minutes. Trust the biology the Riken researchers discovered. Your steps trigger that ancient transport response. Heart rate drops, calm returns. I remember a mother I spoke with who tried this at 2 a.m. after a long day. Instead of frustration building, she felt connected. Her baby settled, and both drifted back to sleep peacefully. Long term, this habit builds your baby's ability to self-soothe. They learn the world responds quickly, so they don't have to escalate. That becomes high IQ habits of patience and regulation later. Third habit, skinship moments throughout the day. Carry your baby in a sling while you fold laundry. Co-sleep safely if it works for your family. Offer skin-to-skin during feeds or baths. Japanese mothers do this naturally, and the science from attachment researchers shows it lowers cortisol and strengthens the vagus nerve, the pathway for calm and connection. Picture your little one at 3 years old. Because of all that early closeness, they seek hugs when upset instead of tantrums. They feel safe enough to be independent. That's the beautiful paradox of Amae. Fourth habit, gap reduction. Even if you can't be with your baby every second, shave those tiny seconds off how long it takes to respond to early signals. A quick glance, a soft hum from across the room, anything that says, "I see you before you need to cry." Mimamoru in real life. One busy mother told me she started keeping her baby's playmat right beside her workspace. When she noticed a little leg kick that meant boredom coming, she'd pause for 10 seconds of eye contact and a gentle song. Crying never came. The educational gift? Your child internalizes predictability and trust, which research links to better problem-solving and social skills by preschool. Fifth habit, the Amae question. Instead of asking yourself, "How do I respond when my baby cries?" shift to, "What does my baby need before they even have to tell me?" That one gentle mindset change, from reactive to anticipatory, is the whole philosophy in a single breath. It raises calm kids who feel deeply understood, children who grow into adults who offer the same grace to others. Now, let's make this real for your busy modern life. Here's a full, realistic daily routine you can follow with your baby. Warm, flexible, and full of those Japanese parenting touches. Wake up gently around 7 a.m. Your baby stirs beside you in safe co-sleeping. Instead of rushing, spend 5 minutes with skinship. Baby on your chest, your hand on their back, breathing together. This sets the tone for calm. By 7:30, a quiet feed while you sit on the floor, perhaps with soft morning light. Use Mimamoru here. Watch their eyes, their hands. If they seem ready, burp with a slow walk around the room. Breakfast for you is simple. Baby in the sling so you're never apart long. Around 9 a.m., pre-cry scan time. Place baby on a mat while you do light stretches or fold clothes nearby. Observe. Sing a soft Japanese-style lullaby if they show early restlessness. Nothing fancy, just your voice. A short 5-minute walk if fussing begins. Nap follows naturally. Mid-morning might be tummy time or gentle play. You right there watching protectively. Lunch around noon, again with closeness. Afternoon could include a stroller walk outside. That same forward movement soothes both of you. Use the time to breathe deeply, modeling calm for your baby. By 3 p.m., another skinship moment. Perhaps a warm bath together, bodies close, eyes meeting. Early evening wind down, dim lights, no screens, just quiet carrying or rocking with the 5-minute walk technique if needed. Dinner routine mirrors the day's rhythm. You eating while baby rests nearby. Bedtime around 7 or 8 p.m. is sacred. Co-sleep setup done safely, last feed with Amae in your heart, anticipating every sigh. The whole day flows without yelling, without punishment, just presence. Of course, some days are messier, and that's okay. The routine is a gentle guide, not a cage. Over weeks, you'll see your baby settle faster, smile more, and begin to self-regulate because they feel so safely held by your love. You might have questions, and I want to answer them as if we're sitting side by side. Common question 1, I work full-time. How can I do this? Sweet friend, you don't have to quit your job. Mimamoru and Amae travel with you. Use your commute home to mentally prepare your pre-cry scan. When you're together, make those moments count with extra skinship. Many working Japanese mothers do the same, and their children still develop that deep calm. The science shows even shorter, quality periods of attuned attention build secure attachment. Question 2. What if my baby already has colic or cries a lot? Start tonight with the 5-minute walk. Layer in more observation. Talk to your doctor, of course, but know that reducing the gap even a little can ease things. One mother shared how adding daily carrying shifted her baby's pattern within 2 weeks. Less escalation, more peace. Question 3. Won't this make my child too dependent? Actually, the opposite. Amae creates secure children who explore confidently because they know they can return to safety. Research from attachment experts shows securely attached toddlers are more independent, not less. Question 4. How do I explain this to family who think I'm spoiling the baby? Share the science gently. The Warwick study, the Riken walk. Tell a story of the calm Japanese children you've seen. Most of all, trust your mother's heart. Question 5. What about older toddlers? Does this still work? Yes, beautiful one. Mimamoru becomes watching during play, shitsuke through modeling routines, skinship in hugs, and carrying when they need it. The same principles raise calm kids at every age. Here are 10 bonus micro tips, each one carrying its own quiet wisdom. You can start any of them tonight. 1. Whisper, I'm here, the moment you notice a tiny signal. It reinforces Amae and builds trust. 2. During feeds, lock eyes softly. This moment of connection boosts emotional intelligence. 3. Carry your baby on your back sometimes, Japanese style. It frees your hands while keeping skinship alive. 4. Create a calm corner in your home, soft mat, dim light, for those pre-cry moments. 5. Model slow breathing when you feel stressed. Your baby learns self-regulation by watching you. 6. Use natural consequences gently instead of punishment. Spilled water, together we clean it up. That's shitsuke. 7. Sing the same 3 lullabies every evening. Predictability soothes the nervous system. 8. Limit visitors in the first 90 days if it feels right. Protect that sacred closeness. 9. Keep a small notebook of your baby's signals. Over time, you'll read them like a favorite book. 10. End each day with gratitude. Thank your baby for teaching you patience. It deepens your bond. And here's a simple checklist you can keep on your phone or fridge. Morning pre-cry scan, 60 seconds of pure observation. At least one 5-minute walk today. Skinship moment, sling, co-sleep, or chest to chest. Gap reduction, respond to early signals. Ask the Amae question once today. Evening wind down with calm modeling. Reflect, what did I notice about my baby today? My dear friend, as we come to the end of our time together, I want you to feel the hope that fills my heart for you. A crying baby isn't a broken baby. A crying baby is simply one whose world hasn't yet shown them how quickly and gently their needs will be met. The Japanese way, Amae, Mimamoru, skinship, shitsuke, gives us the map to close that gap with love. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to be present, watching with protective eyes and an open heart. Tonight, when you hold your baby close, remember, you are already enough. You are already creating calm kids, raising emotionally smart children who will move through life with confidence and kindness. The first 90 days are a beautiful beginning, but the gentle habits you start now will echo for years. If this video touched you, if you feel inspired to try even one small thing, I'd love for you to comment below with the word calm, so I know you're here with me on this journey. And if you'd like more videos on toddler routines, gentle no-yelling discipline, or high IQ habits the Japanese way, just let me know. Until next time, breathe deeply, hold your little one close, and trust the quiet wisdom inside you. You've got this, my friend. Your baby is so lucky to have you. Sweet dreams to you both.